Hello everybody and welcome back to Minecraft. So in the last one we checked out some of the cursed earth stuff and made a spawner out of it, and this time we're going to carry on with the mining platform. Let's get to it. Okay, so mining platform, awesome. Now I haven't done this in advance for a change because I thought I'd build it along while I'm recording it, so you can see exactly what I'm doing in case you want to copy the design or whatever, and hopefully it won't go too badly, fingers crossed. So what we're going to be needing is some more remaining motion stuff. I'm not using exactly the same stuff that we did last time. We should still have our engine in here, which we will need. And I'm also going to be needing that timer we had last time as well. Timer. And I'm going to be needing these frame carriages, specifically these ones, because I was planning to do it with the, whichever one it was the platform? One of these ones, whichever one it was, it's that one that carries the entire body of blocks it's connected to. But that one isn't actually going to work with what I want to do. So we're going to need to use these orange ones. So I'm going to make a ton more of this stuff. Just make a few stacks and whatever. And off them as well. I need more sticks. Wood. Of course, I didn't think to plan ahead and make all the sticks beforehand, because that would have been far too sensible. Oh well. It doesn't take me too long to make friggin' sticks now, does it? And ton of them, all of the sticks. Cool. I am quite glad that these things are so cheap to make. It really does make this mining platform completely overpowered though. And I need to make that one, bunch of them. And how does this make? That makes 8. I might need more of those, I don't know. But I'll try it. Some of them. I don't have any orange, do I? How can I make orange? Orange. Oh yeah, I could do that. Because I have diascents. Awesome. Bunch of that for me as well. Thank you. And boop. Actually, yeah, it's a couple of stacks. Awesome. That should be plenty. Cool. What else will we be needing? We will be needing some cable. Some basic universal cable will do absolutely great. And what else? I'll be needing my mining things, which are going to be mining wells. I think I've made one already, yep. Mining wells. These things are dead easy to make and they'll do perfectly for what we want to do. Choose some iron pickaxes. How many of these do I actually want? I think I want 5 of them. So 2, 3, nope. Sticks please, sticks please, sticks please. I still haven't made more sticks. And 1. And 2, cool. 2, 3, 4, 5. That should do. And all of them, please. Cool. And I should grab that last. Oh, I don't need that one. I'm gonna go do 5. Cool. What else do I need? I've completely forgotten now. I will also be needing some block breakers. Block breakers. I mainly them. Cool. Block breaker. There's quite a few different block breakers that different mods add, but I want specifically this one, I think. Was it block breaker from random things or was it open blocks? Pretty sure it was this one. Well, let's test it out anyway. I'm gonna need more iron picks for that as well. So that's whoops. Let's make me another iron pick. And let's just test this one out to make sure it is the one that I want. I should find something to dig. If it is this one, then I should just be able to plonk it down like that. It faces away, yep. And block down in front of it. Oops. Instantly breaks it. Yep, that's the one I want. Awesome. Specifically that one because it doesn't require any sort of redstone input. Because that gets a little bit finicky when you have to figure out a way to put redstone input onto it as well. Cool, so I'm going to need a ton more of them. I'm going to need about, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, about 10 or so, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And make me all of them. I need more hoppers. Whoops. Hoppers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. And all of them. Awesome. And is that about everything? I think so. Oh, I also need a screwdriver. That one that we made before. Awesome. And I think we're good. Cool. Yeah, I think that should do it. Actually, yeah, something else that I did here. This is my portal that was outside over there, but I've changed it up a little bit. I got rid of the redstone interface and the network interface, and I've got a portal controller here, which you can't see because I haven't got the glasses on, but it shows up in the one of my looking thing at the top. And I've got a dialing device, which will let me dial all the portals. So I've gone and changed all the other portals as well, changed them to dialing devices, so now I can just dial between them. And also, if I grab the brush that I have in here, this nano brush that you can make, that's what lets you change the shape and how this portal looks. So you can put a facade in, and the portal frame will become whatever you put in there, essentially. You can even change around the colour of the portal and what particle effects you want it to have, all sorts of cool stuff. So you can make these things look pretty much however you want, which is pretty cool. So yeah, and also when you are saving the portals on the dialing device, you can set up ones for them as well. So I put this one to black bricks and black stuff. So if I dial this now, then the portal will change to that one. And for some reason the bricks aren't black. I don't really know why. And same for the Twilight Forest one. I put it onto wood and green. It's all awesome and cool. Something to note about this though, I was having problems in that if I left the portal on and I went through, then it would keep draining power out of the dimensional stabilizer, but the dimensional stabilizer wouldn't get any more power into it while I was away from it, and that was kind of a problem. So I had to put in this chunk loader next to the dimensional bridge stabilizer, which I increased the size of, trying to get enough power into it so it would work, but I don't think I really need to do that. Yeah, I made a chunk loader. They're not too hard to make at all. But essentially that will keep this, well, I ended up just doing it for the whole thing, whole of my base actually, but that will keep the world loaded while I'm away, when I'm way out of range of it. But I decided, hell, why not, seeing as I'm doing one anyway, I might as well do the entirety of my entire base. So everything here is going to stay loaded all the time, out to where those lasers are going, in a big, huge square. So everything in here is getting loaded all the time, and it's going to keep doing what it's doing, getting me resources, etc, etc. So yeah, chunk loaders, fun. I only really need one of them, but that'll do. Go away, lasers, don't need you right now. Downside is that will lag the hell out of your Minecraft. I'm actually playing on a single player server at the moment that I started up just so I could get some of the lag away from it. But it seems to be okay, seems to be running fine. So anyway, back off to the Deep Dark so I can build this thing. And we're here again, cool. So I need to kill this digital miner. Sorry, digital miner, you're doing a great job. You've got loads of stuff to mine, but bye-bye now. Go away. Oh, actually, that's something I forgot to make. I need more ender chests. I'll go make them a little bit later. So first things first, I'm going to need to clear out a decent-sized area for this thing. And I think I need to dig out the floor a little bit as well. It's going to be quite a decent-sized platform. So I'm going to dig some space out for this thing, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this should be about the right size for me to build in. So the reason I'm using these frame carriages rather than the other one that let me do it all in one is that I was originally going to put it down here, and I was just going to have it going like underneath all the stalactites. But then I realised there's pillars everywhere and there's dungeons and stuff, and it would probably run into one of them, and then it would get stuck to it because it'd be trying to move the whole thing, and yeah, it would just crash and stop working. But with these things, these will stick to anything that is adjacent to them. So when I have this thing move forwards, it will go along next to this wall. But if you want it to not grab onto the block that it's next to, you can right click it with the screwdriver and it'll turn to that paneled side, which means it'll just slide straight past it, which is what we want. So that's why I'm using these things. Downside is you have to be pretty careful when you're building it to make sure that everything links up just about right. So I'm going to need some of these down to start with. Make sure that it's not touching the floor anywhere, so I can get down here and put the things on it. Do that, so it'll all be fine. Cool. So the design I'm going with here is something I just kind of came up with, and props to whoever came up with the original idea for this. I first saw it when Direwolf20 did it. He might have been the person that came up with it, I don't know, but using these mining wells for these things is really effective and very cool. So how am I doing this again? I want my tesseract to go there, tesseract on there, and one, set it to the power frequency, cool. receiving energy, and ignore everything else. There we go. Then I'm going to need cable along here and here, and I have really not cleared out enough space. God damn it. Okay, there we go, got a bit more space. Then I'm going to want my mining wells on the front of here. Is this alright so far? Yeah, I think so. I should see these activate straight away. Yep, there they go. So that's how they work. They just shoot a big mining pipe straight down and dig all the stuff out. And as you can see, they do it at a pretty fast rate. That's already finished. That's dug out that entire little hole. On their own, they don't do a whole lot, because then you have to move them every single time. Not that great, but as they work like this, pretty good. And I'm going to want my ender chests on top of each one of these, so I can collect all of the items. Where's my other chest? There it is. There we go. And I need to dye these things to, what am I on? Black, white, black? Yeah. Black, oops. Black, white, black. Black, white, black. Black, white, black. Black, white, black. Cool. And then put me with mining wells in. So all those items will get picked up the ender chest now, instead of spraying all over the place. Though admittedly, once this thing gets going, if you leave the items spraying all over the place, it looks so cool. Right, then, next. That's all working fine. But you might see the problem already in that that's not so great if you want to carry on moving through solid terrain. So we need to put block breakers on the front of this thing. But before we do that, we need to make sure that all this stuff is going to move along with the frame. So I need to make sure that this stuff down here is all not going to get stuck to things. So put them onto panels. Cool. Then I need to do one of them there, one of them there. You have to put them, directly connecting to each other so they'll move properly. You can't just have like an orbot there. It has to be frame carriage. It has to be stuck to that one, stuck to that one, stuck to that one, etc. So if it just had one there and a solbot there, it would just get stuck because it would be like, well, I'm connected to these two blocks, but I don't know what you're trying to do. Nah, it doesn't like it. So it always has to be directly connected to each one. So I want to put them across like that. And then same right around the sides. Actually, do I need it around the sides? Yes, I do. For what I'm going to do later. So I'm going to dig out some of this and make sure that these end side pieces are all panelled up as well. Awesome. And I'm going to have to do all the undersides of this as well. I'll do that a little later. And then same on this side. Get it coming across and along, because that's going to be in front of that, to make sure that the block breakers are okay. And then just have them like so. And block breaker, where are you? There you are. Is that all good? Then I need one there, there, and there to grab that inner piece of cable, because without it, it wouldn't be connected to or anything. I'm trying to see, these are connected fine. All the mining wells are connected on that front piece. But that single piece of cable isn't connected to anything, not directly. So I have to have another piece coming up along here. As long as it's connected to one, it'll be fine. Cool. And is that all good? I believe so. So we can whack my block breakers on the front of here. Oop, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop. I did not make enough block breakers. And they're all pointing downwards. They just broke the other block breakers. God damn it. I'll just go and make some more anyway. There we go, made more block breakers. Stick them back down. Stick that there. And block breakers on the front of here. Make sure they aren't pointing down like that. God damn it. This is where it can be a bit of a pain in the ass, but oh well. You go on there. I need a block to stand on so I can do this properly. Or several blocks to stand on so I can do this properly. And block breaker, block breaker, block breaker, block breaker, block breaker. Cool. Oops. That's better. Cool. So now anything that's coming forwards will have a block breaker in front of it, so that obviously it won't just ram straight into a wall. It'll break the block so it can move forwards. Awesome. So now I just need to go around and make sure that everything that could potentially touch a surface, so essentially anything that's not like on the inside, like this one. So on the bottom that'll need to have one, but on the back here it won't, because that's not going to come into contact with a solid block. So I need to make sure that everything on the outside has got paneling on it. Okay, I think I've panelled everything that needs to be panelled. So, fingers crossed, this should just work if I turn it on now. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so everything's connected up properly. So I've got frames going to other frames for connecting to other blocks. That's good. Everything's got a frame going to it. Yep. Alright, yeah, let's fire this thing up. And where's my timer gone? Timer. I need to quickly change the time on this thing straight away. There we go. And let's set this to about 20 seconds. I think that should be fine. Double check that all my panelling's fine. I think it is. Should be good. So when this thing moves forwards, especially it's going to move this mining well straight across, but it's going to leave the mining pipe where it is. Oh, that was a tick, and nothing happened. I'm stuck somewhere. Something is blocking me. What is it? I'm going to have to troubleshoot this now. Oh, well. Okay, it seems happy with that. Cool. So, damn it. I should try and quickly reduce the timer on that, or increase the time on that, rather. More time. There we go. Otherwise, it's going to be going way too fast with the mining wells, and we'll get nothing done. Also, if it moves too fast, then the mining wells just kind of spit out items. The NHS can't pick it up, because they're still kind of digging when it's moving, and then it freaks out a little bit. It just spews items everywhere. But that seemed to work, so I moved the Tesseract up. Whoops. Uh-oh. Don't get stuck in the wall. So I moved the Tesseract one above where it was, put a frame underneath it, and then put a cable going down with some frames either side of it. That seems to be happy with it. Cool. Okay, so now that should be... Oh, wait, hang on, no, they're not getting power. Oh, wait, I know why. Just haven't reset the frequency. Set frequency, there we go. And receive, energy, block, everything else. Block. Cool. They're receiving now. Is it doing it now? It should be. Yeah, there we go. Now it's digging. Awesome. Cool whip. Alright, so... Oh, and also it's deleting the mining pipe. That is cool. How far down is it going though? Is 20 seconds enough? That is a question. I'll check out that hole afterwards. It should be enough. Come on. You should be finished anytime soon now. And I need to put down some torches so I don't die to the darkness. That would be a good plan. Come on, move along. There we go. There it goes. Oh, thanks, Skelly. That's exactly what I need to do, actually. Oh, that's groundbreaking brick. That's not helpful. That's a DartCraft thing. But yeah, won't be able to dig through that, so I won't be able to know for sure. But it seems to be doing pretty well. It certainly was probably stuck there for quite some time. So all seems good, I think. Whoa, don't fall down. And yeah, it's actually breaking the mining pipe, which is a surprise. I didn't think it would. It didn't when I was testing this. But hey, I'm not going to complain. It saves leaving bits of mining pipe all the way along. So that's fine by me. So yeah, our super automated miner machine is doing pretty nicely. It's doing good. It's block breaking all the blocks in front of it, pushing forwards, mining out every single time. So that's just going to dig out one big, huge, massive channel all the way to bedrock, hopefully. Assuming the timing is fine. I might have to increase it. I'll double check. But yeah, seems like we're good, actually. Well, yeah, I'll probably just watch this go for a little while and make sure it is hitting bedrock with that timing. But yeah, there is our fully automated miner. That's just going to dig off into, well, forever. Alright, so we're getting some completely automated ore in now. So that's just going to carry on to the end of the world. And at the speed that that's going, that will probably take a few years. So yeah, we're getting ores for forever and a day now. Awesome. So I want to move on to DartCraft next to make some cool stuff that I'm planning. One thing in particular, that's quite a while off, so I'm going to take you through the basics of DartCraft at the moment for now. And first things first, we're going to need 4 shards. Thankfully I have a ton of them, because you just dig them up. And now that we're going to need to make force ingots. Like I said, I've already done a lot of this, so a lot of this stuff is from DartCraft that I've been messing around with. So we need some kind of ingot as well, so some iron, and there we go. 1 force gem, 2 iron ingots makes us 4 ingots, or 2 of whatever ingot, pretty much. Most ingots will work for this. And that makes us 4 ingots, awesome. Other thing I'm going to be needing is some force nuggets, so make some of them, and whack one of them there, one of them there, grab a stick, and put that in the middle. That's the first thing I'm going to be needing, a force rod. And what you're going to do with the force rod straight away. Oh, also worth noting, with the stick, this makes a really crappy force rod. This thing is basically useless. It's got 2 uses in it, or 3 before then it breaks. But what we're going to use this for is for making some force wood. So we need to grab some saplings, or a sapling, and that makes a force sapling when you combine it with a force rod and a crafting table. So you can make 2 of them, then it won't work anymore because that's about to break now. I'm going to grab some bone. Whoops, forgot that's non-auto. Auto. Grab some bone meal. There we go. I can just go straight out and grow these things up, so I can have some force sticks and wood and stuff. Yay! It's quite a pretty tree as well. I like it. Boom. Awesome. And these trees are nice in that they give you a ton of saplings back. So now I've got 6, and they also drop force nuggets, which is pretty cool. So you don't have to worry too much about making a ton of them. You can pretty much just make 1 and keep growing it from there, which is cool. I'm going to whack them back in there. I've set up my farm over there to do it automatically for me. Works fine with the planter and that. So they can go back in there and turn these force logs into planks, or a couple of them anyway, and turn them to sticks to make 4 sticks. And then we're just going to make another force rod out of that with force ingot and force nuggets. Boom, there we've got a force rod, and it's a proper one. It's not going to break after 3 uses. Awesome. So then the next thing we're going to want to make is this thing, a force infuser, which is pretty easy. And I've just realised my NEI is completely gone. Oh, no, it's back. Awesome. So I need an enchantment table. Do I have one? I do. Awesome. And combine that with a force rod in a crafting table, and that makes a force infuser. Sweet. And this is where you're going to be spending a lot of time in DartCraft. So you need to give this thing power. So I've just stuck a bit of cable out here to whack that on top of. Awesome. And there's a few other things that we're going to need to give it as well. We're also going to be needing 4 shards. Oops. 4 shards. There we go. And needs to have these things as well in here. That'll fill up with liquid force. And it's going to need that to do its thing. So basically this is kind of an enchantment table. But you sort of work your way up through the progressions to make all the cool stuff that DartCraft has. So if I look on info here, this will tell you all the things that you can make and you should be making next. So first off, it says DartCraft 101, where you're going to need to make this thing, which you make by using a force rod, which I threw back in here. Any of these ones will do. And a bookshelf. There we go, and that makes you one of these, a Book of Medora. And this is your Thorncraft book, like the Thormonomicon, things like that. It'll tell you pretty much everything you need to know about DartCraft. Very cool, very useful. And if we look at the Force Infuse recipe, it'll tell you need both Liquid Force and Minecraft Jewels, so power and the 4 shards. And then that's about it. And there is one more thing that we need though. We need another book. And I can't remember how to make this one actually. It's this one, the upgrade tome. We need to put one of them in there, otherwise it won't work. So if I look for, just look at DartCraft actually, DartCraft. And look for that thing, upgrade tome. Where are you? There it is. And that's just a book and a force rod. Cool. So let's grab my force rod back. I'm not sure why I keep putting it back in, seeing as I'm going to be needing it. Oh well. And a regular book, which I have apparently got 900 of. Jesus, the hell did I get all them? Well, I suppose the quarry that's clearing out the thing has probably got a ton of bookcases in it. Whatever. So we stick our upgrade tome in this top left slot here, and then it'll actually start working. Awesome. So now if we look at our info, we can see these things, which are things we need to learn about. So, for example, this one appears to be a small fragment of force. Perhaps I could use this to modify a sword. So, like I said, this is basically an enchantment table. You're putting enchantments on different things, but you need to use specific tools, the DartCraft tools. So these force ones. So for that we need force sticks and force ingots, and we can make a force sword. So it says it wants some a small piece of force, and it could probably go on a sword. So let's grab a force nugget, and we can whack this thing in here. Whoops. Put the force sword in, put the force nugget in, and go. And that'll enchant it with whatever it is that we're going to learn, which, as it turns out, is knockback for swords. Cool. So that has given us a sword with knockback. Pretty cool. Not that useful to us because, whatever. But we're going to be making a lot of this kind of stuff that we don't really need just to level up this upgrade tome. So the point in leveling this thing up is that it'll let you make more and more cool stuff depending on what tier it's up to. And the only way to get up to the next tier is to do everything that's grayed out in the tier you're currently in, and also to get this thing up to the right amount of points. So at some points you will have researched everything new in there, but you won't have enough points. So you just kind of have to keep on enchanting things to get this points up enough to upgrade it to the next tier. So yeah, that's the basics of DartCraft. You just kind of keep on enchanting things, and that'll upgrade your book, will let you make more cool stuff, and it'll also unlock upgrade slots so you can put more than one enchantment onto a single tool. So if I wanted something with, I don't know, speed and grinding and force and knockback, whatever, I could do all three in one go, which is pretty cool. So I've skipped over to the other upgrade tome that I had that I was working on before to get a little bit further. And so I've sort of got along here, got some more interesting stuff on it. So you just kind of figure out what these things do as you go along. Though there is actually a cheat sheet for this, which you can easily find on Google if you're not too bothered about learning this the normal way, because some of them are a little bit tough. So I also want to show you some of the cool things that the DartCraft stuff can do and why you'd want to actually make it. So first things first, I've got this pickaxe, which I have put grinding on. That's something you get quite early, and grinding is very useful. And essentially what that does is it grinds up whatever you mine. So actually I'm going to go right down to the bottom of my mine to find some ores to grind up. Hopefully there should be some around here somewhere, if I haven't dug absolutely everything out of everywhere. I may have done. Quite possibly, actually. I think I've dug pretty much everything out of this mine. Here we do. So when you dig up something with a grinding pickaxe, it grinds it up basically as if you were to pulverize it. So it turns stone into sand, so you can smelt it up straight into glass. Or, I don't know, I kind of want to get that iron. If I grind up the iron, it didn't work. Why didn't it work? That didn't grind. Why you no grind? Oh, it's because I'm holding shift. Oh, bugger, that's the lava. That's definitely lava. Oh, wait, I've got these super armor on, it doesn't even matter. Okay, so that's worth noting. If you shift dig something, then it won't grind up. I did not know that. I do now. But that'll grind up, and some of the things it won't work on, just because they're from different mods, and it'll just drop the normal things, like this osmium doesn't seem to want to grind. Fair enough, it can do that thing. So yeah, you can just basically double your ore rate, or the rate that you're getting ores at, straight away, just with a grinding pickaxe, without having to put it through a pulverizer or anything like that. Oh, into the lava again. Awesome. So yeah, that single iron powder will be a single ingot if you smelt it up, but also you can go a little bit further than that. You get slightly more than 4 out of that just by grinding it up. So if you've combined 4 in a crafting table, or your crafting thing, then you get an iron chunk. And that will let you smelt it up into 5 ingots rather than 4, so you can get slightly better. So just for generically going around digging things up, it's quite useful to have, I guess, if you don't want to put it through a pulverizer or whatever. I suppose it's not that useful to us, since we've got our little ore production setting that's getting us 3 ingots per ore anyway, but very nice. The other cool thing that this does is if you right click with most of the normal tools, like the pickaxe and the shovel and the axe, then I'll go into area mode, and area mode is pretty much what it sounds like. It'll take a bit longer to dig just normally, but ding! It'll do this big 3x3x2 area, and it'll just dig out a whole big chunk. So if you want to clear out a big tunnel, then pretty useful. Alright, onwards to the next tool. The other thing that I've made is an axe. So again, that has the area mode that you can toggle on and off with right click. Which I don't really need at the moment. Or does it actually? Oh, maybe it doesn't. It's not showing up. Maybe it's only the shovel and pickaxe that have it. But I've also enchanted this with Lumberjack, which is very cool because it lets you just dig out a tree and boom, tree's gone. Just in one go. Lets you dig the whole tree. It's awesome. I like it a lot. So if you have to go around digging trees, job done. Only problem is it kind of doesn't like doing big trees. It doesn't really dig out the offshoots quite properly. But for small and medium-sized trees it should do fine, but anything bigger it struggles with a little bit. There we go, I've just turned it to day so I can show you some of the other stuff that you can do with DartCraft. And a couple of things that I've made. I've also made some force shears, Look at them and grab them out. Yes, I want the ones with rainbow on them, because why not? And also I want to make a flask, force flask, which is force knockout and glass. Dead easy to make. And these things are pretty cool as well. Got a little bit of extra stuff to them. So the force shears work essentially like normal shears. You can shear sheep with them, yay for that. But I've also enchanted these ones with rainbow, which means they give me different colours of wool as well, which is awesome. But as well as doing that, when you use them normally on other animals, it also gives you whatever they would normally drop when you kill them. So if I look for a cow or something, they don't work on horses unfortunately, but if I shear a cow, I've ripped its skin off and taken its leather, which is pretty morbid, but hey ho, yeah, it'll grow back. It does actually grow back, it's weird, it just grows its skin back. But, you know, that's kind of cool. And you can also use them on chickens to get feathers, which is pretty nice. If you want to have like a little animal pen and just shear them regularly for feathers and leather, then you can. And the other thing I have is the force flask, which you can use to essentially just bottle mobs and things. So actually I should have stayed over here, and I can grab this cold cow, left click on him, and he's now in a bottle. I have a cow in a bottle. Yeah. So this will come in useful later. And you can grind this thing up with the force furnace and stuff that I'll get onto a little bit later. But for now, just know that you can bottle entities. And you can right click to chuck them out again, left click to put them back in. You can chuck them on the floor as a... Bye? Okay, it didn't seem to like going on that bit of floor, but yeah, if you just throw them out with a key or whatever, just drop them out your inventory, they'll just kind of stay there, and you won't be able to pick them up. So you can just kind of have bottles of things lying around if you want. You just punch them to pick them back up. It's kind of fun. I like it. And that's about it for the very basics of DartCraft. Oh no, I've got this one last thing I wanted to check out, or show you. So I've enchanted this force cap with speed. And as it is, it's very slow compared to our power armor, because I've only got one thing with speed on it. But if you do all this with speed, it is pretty speedy. Not that much when you're walking, but if you jump, it actually gives you a fair amount more speed. So you can actually go at a fair rate. But the really cool thing about this is, it lets you skate on water. Potentially. If I didn't screw it up somehow. How did I screw that up? Go faster! It's not seeming to let me... Huh. That's weird. This is working. Oh, there we go. Psst. Yeah, you can just skate on water. That's awesome. So I think I might actually mess around with enchanting some different bits of armor. Maybe swap out some of the pieces of the power suit for it. Because, you know, why not? It sounds like fun. And also this power armor's pretty cheaty when I've got the atomic disassembler, since it basically has infinite power. So I would quite like to get away from using the power armor if I can, or if I find a better tool perhaps. But yeah, that was the basics of thingy, DartCraft. That's the one, the whole mod that I've been using. Yeah, that's the basis of DartCraft. It's pretty cool, and I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun. But that's going to do it for this one. So thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm Strewdel, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later.